What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, episode 36 of the walkthrough, picking up here from Road to Iniquity Side Path. Now, this is the side of grace we got last episode. Anyways, we're gonna go on down and actually do the rest of Altus here. We have the ruins, we have the Mirage Rise. That's where we're going first. Now, if you look at Forest Span Great Bridge, we're just off to the left of that. Just remember that that's at a higher level, and we're going to a lower level, right? So we got this at the end of last episode, and we're going to start from there. So we do want to jump off the side here using the Spirit Spring to break our fall. We're going to be jumping down into a lower level here. Now this is all open. There's no need to actually kill all the enemies and clear it all out. I would just make sure you get all your crafting stuff. Make sure, excuse me, you just pick up all your loose loot while we're here, as we're probably not going to be back. And as I mentioned, it's just like, open world stuff. There's not much going on. So that's just a couple little things to grab here and there. Now we're on our way to, as I mentioned, there's multiple puzzle towers in the game. Most are going to actually be holding, memory stones. And there are a couple in the game that are going to have spells and stuff like that. So this is one of two that have spells, and one very late game will have a talisman. So we got the one from the Urnia with Haima Cannon and Haima Gavel. So we already got that. This one's going to give us a few more spells. Now this is a pain in the ass puzzle tower if you don't know what to do. But after you see it once, you kind of got it down forever. It's just one of those things. We're going to interact with that. Touch 3 Phantom Crest. That's the map. This map is going to show you all the places. So there's going to be one in front, one behind, and one's hidden in a rock way over there by the bridge. So right around there. And just keep in mind all this stuff, all that stuff over there is Upper Hill. I'm trying to think of an easier way to tell you to find it, but I mean, if you just start that side of Grace, we got, last episode, you'd be good. But it is just to the left of the Forest Span and Great Bridge, and then just straight down, so you can't remember that, but remember it's on the lower level. So when you pull up your map, and you hit square, and you kind of see one's in front, one's to the back left, and one's way over by that bridge. The bridge is the only other thing on the map, That's pretty much exactly right. That's exactly where you want to go. And you can already see the first one in front right here. So go ahead and interact with that. As you see, it's got to go away. So now when we go back behind the towers to the left, you're going to see like spectral imps. Now you can cause damage to them and you can kill them, but they're going to keep coming back and keep coming back until you interact with the the sigil. There they are. They're trying to fuck you up before you can get rid of it. It takes a minute for them to go away, but there they are. Like I said, they can take damage, right? But they're just going to keep coming back. So now, that's 2 and 3. Now look closely. We're just off to the left of the Forest Span and Great Bridge, but it's on the lower area. So just put your marker there. And this one's going to be hidden in a rock. So this bridge is like, crumbled a bit. And in between, there's going to be, stuff on either side. And we'll grab that as we go. It's just like little loops. And grab your side of grace on the way. Alright, so we want to get on the top left path over here. And we're going to grab our items and we're actually going to jump all the way across to the other side. And if you do it right here and you jump inside the bridge, like I said, you're going to see that item. Oops. Thanks a lot, Torrent. Just kind of go into it. And right after you grab this item, past the bridge on the left, it's probably like a few foot off my marker. Look at that. The rock's there, we're marking probably 10 foot off. That's pretty good. We kind of see it glowing. In fact, we just see it sticking out there for a second. Sometimes that will happen. Most of the time, like, it won't do it again probably, but let's see. It might be the angle. But anyways, you can see it's glowing at the bottom. So, once you see that, you know you're in the right place. And as I said, it lines up perfectly with that map they gave us. So, take him out. Damn, he just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Now let's get rid of our markers. And yes, I am being lazy. Alright, time to head on over to our boss fight. So this is going to be one of those really big warm face guys. Oh wait, no, we gotta go actually get the stuff out of the tower. God, I'm out of it. Sorry guys. Yes, we have to go get the stuff out of the tower, that's what we're doing. So up here, as I mentioned, this is not going to be a memory stone. It's going to be 2 spells, Unseen Form, Unseen Blade, and there's also going to be, I want to say like 4 or 5 slumbering eggs as well, and you know they're really rare crafting materials, guys. So definitely want to pick this stuff up. So these kind of go with your night sorceries. Yeah, there you go, 5 slumbering eggs. These are going to go with your night sorceries, right? So Unseen Form, Unseen Blade. I don't know if they're boosted by the Staff of Loss, but I know that the night sorceries are invisible projectiles, so I would assume that would go with it. So now we're going to go fight the Erdtree boss, and then after that, we're kind of just going to clear all these ruins on the way down. And I'll leave them up on the screen. But make sure you realize that darker area on the map is the lower section. The lighter area is not. So we're going to just mark them all, and we're going to mark them all together. So right behind the tree is going to be 1. That's the church up top, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so that's going to be 1. It's going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're starting off at the top. It's kind of going up, then working our way down. And be honest, there's only a few things here. Most of these ruins, just to show you guys, I wanted to leave it up on the screen for a second. But yeah, most of these ruins are empty. There's only a scarab in 1, a shield in 1, and an incantation going downstairs in the very last one before the tunnel. But we'll still visit all of them. Just, be sure. This guy's going to be doing a lot of death blight. It's a really, really big warm face guy. Just like this guy here. Yeah, so just a really big version of him. Alright, so try to buff on up our damage here. Make this a little bit easier. Summon Mimic heal as fast as you can. There's going to be these little Erdtree Guardian guys. They can kind of just get on your ass out of nowhere, so do be careful with that. But yeah, he's going to use a lot of Death Blight. He's got obviously a lot of range. His damage is good, but it's the Death Blight we're concerned with. We'll try to cure ourselves with our boluses, the rejuvenating boluses. Look at that damage. Flash support. I think it hits pretty good. Should have been watching the bar. Like I said, don't matter what your health is, you're dead if that, goes off. Alright, let's try it again. There's a Stake of America at least, so. Alright, here we go. Same thing. Try to take out the little dudes. It could be rather annoying and seem to come out of nowhere. Go get my souls. And obviously the biggest problem is just avoiding the death blight. We can try to come behind them. But he actually turns around quicker than you would think for the size of them. See, we're getting good damage here. It's just that damn death blight. I'm still concerned with it, honestly. The bar's halfway full. And there's his headbutt. Really seems to reach pretty far. So let's go ahead and cleanse again. And go back in. Shit. You know what I mean? See how fast it goes off. Alright, let's might need to try something different here. I've been using this arcane weapon just to show people, the strength arcane option, but we'll probably be going back to Bloodhound's Fang here soon. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna go at least put it on for this fight. That way we can get some blood flame. Any enemy that does any kind of poison or like a tree type enemy, they're obviously very weak to fire. So let's see how fast we can put them down. Now obviously our scaling isn't going to be as good because we have more strength than dex, but still. I don't even think I used my summons last time. I only use them here and there because, like I said, if I don't feel like it's needed, I won't really use them much. Oh, look at that. This thing's already over. Yeah. That weapon just gives much more damage. Then the fire obviously helps as well, right? So, gotta keep that in mind. Okay, so here's our number one. I'm not even really that worried about the scarab. It's just the somber stone. Cookbook. Now these guys, what they do is they spit the stuff on you. When they do that, if you see, I'm fat rolling. So what they're trying to do is kind of hold you in place so the warm faces can, death blight the shit out of you. So, be careful for that. That's their whole purpose. We'll be probably using up a lot of our boluses. Flame Cleanse Me does nothing for death blight. You would have to use that, the golden order, what was it, order healing? But you do need 11 and 11 faith for it, so keep that in mind. You just don't run into these enemies enough to keep that concerned with. Finish him off. Alright, heal on up. We'll probably be just like taking these guys out as we see them. So they sneak up on us and make, they kind of lock you in place, you're going to be screwed. Get past him. I think he got, yeah, he did. Fucker. That's alright. All we want to do is get down those stairs. Let's try some ranged here. Make life a little bit easier. Ooh. See what I'm saying? The one locks you down, the other's trying to death bite you. Come here, tough guy. I bet we can probably get him down from this door. It's gonna take a few hits, for sure. unfortunately, this this incantation here doesn't hit that great. We're not getting the best scaling yet. Not until we get our arcane up. Alright. Should be about all of them. Look how long it lasts. It's still active. Still active. There it is. That thing was going off for a while. So we got those two done. So now, this third one and the fifth one are the only true ones with items. The first one had a scarab, sure, but, you know. I think it was just a somber stone at the end of the day. Oh, we're probably about to be dead. Damn, that was close. That was close. Alright. Let's get all these guys down and we'll move on. I don't want them creeping up behind us. 'Cause, you know, they could just really put us in a bad spot, guys. As you've seen, right? As you've seen. Alright, that's another one done. Obviously not too much going on here. Poison bone dart. Seems like a weird spot for that. Okay. Now as we go up in this one, there's going to be a lot of these guys. But this is where our stairs are. So it's obviously where we want to be. It's going to not be the easiest thing to take all these fuckers out. So let's see if we can just run past them. One getting deathblight off is, you know, hard enough. The three. So this is going to be an incantation. Does like a burst to push people away. There's another one like that, but this one does holy, so. Alright, anyways, so after you got that, I do apologize, my old lady came in the room, needed something. But after you get that done, we're just going to go on into our tunnel here. So this tunnel will lead to the somber bell bearing for infinite amounts of somber 3 and 4. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4, which would be quite nice. It's pretty straightforward. Now we should have done the other cave first. There's a cave and a tunnel, and they kind of are connected, and in the middle is going to be one of those really big bug guys spamming rocks. However, I do think we'll be okay here. We could just kind of use our shield and it'll be fine. Because I don't really want to jump out of order like that, you know. I think it's going to be okay. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to check out my notes real quick, make sure, we weren't going to miss anything. Alright. Let's press on forward. There's pretty much not too much going on here. It's relatively short. We're going to have some snails. We are going to have some abionets. Just, some miners. So, take them out. Damn, he started packing up some damage, didn't he? Holy shit. Okay, so get him gone. So, since you get in this next room, all hell is going to break loose. So the miners, I mean, we'll take them out, but probably be better off kind of ignoring them for now. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. Because we're being spammed with shit, and we got the Abionets. These guys spamming glowstone, so. Alright, so we're going to go on up here first. It's going to be a side path. We should take him out, maybe turn around and it'll be an Abionet. Usually is how it goes every time. Yeah, I don't know where the hell he comes from because it seems like, we took him all out, but maybe he's up there on that branch or something. Alright, let's get roll on off. Get him gone. Now this side path over here, this is where that bug's gonna be, and he's just gonna be, spamming shit at us left and right. But we should be able to just block it, then run up the tree branch here and be fine. So you can either block, or you can just kind of step back or roll around from it. Right, so. Now we're gonna wait for him to do it again, so we can go right after he does it, maybe buy us a second. Alright. So jump and just rush up this branch. Be careful, it can that little hump, it can sling you off, so you want to watch out for that. Hold up your shield. See, you're not even taking any damage. That's what I said. It would have been better to take out that cave, to take him out, but it's just not too bad. And that's the upgrade version to the Arsenal Charm. However, we already have the better version of this from that quest. Don't forget your stone back here. And we're going to go on in and fight 2 crystallines. Now, we've already done 3 at once. These ones don't even have rot, so, not too bad. Our weapon, just standard pierce. Strike would be better, but I don't, I think we're at a point where it's not too bad, guys. Come on. There he is. Yeah, when you do half its health like that, probably not too bad. Just step back, heal. Sometimes just like that, I'll just tank through shit. side trucking. Look at that. Holy shit. And he's done. I figured, like I said, not too bad, and that gets you your next bell bearing. And we'll turn these in next episode. Because there's actually another one we're going to grab this episode. So all this is now done. So everything in Altus Plateau is effectively done at this point. Let's jump back over to Altus Highway Junction. Start working our way into the capital outskirts. So you would have seen some other stuff on your right. Well, that goes with the outer wall. So we're not going to worry about it right now. What we are going to do, show you some pretty cool stuff. So we have the cave, yep. But there's some pretty cool lore stuff over here too. So if you go on up and you go here to the left, you can find the Amber Starlight. So, you know, like I said, it has some lore involved with this. And maybe it can be used against like the final boss or something. I'm not sure. It's got to have some kind of purpose, but I'm going to see a Statue of America here. It's going to be different. Not like your regular Statue of America that you respawn at, like a literal statue of, you know. And that's the Amber Starlight Shard. So you could, like, you know, we'll pick up this stuff, but we could read the item description. Item used in special drop. An ephemeral silver that gives off a pale amber glow which remains in passing flash of starlight. If the stars command our fates, and amber-hued stars must command the fates of the gods. Such is the brief that inspired the use of these shards to prepare a most special draught. It cannot be consumed by mere humans. So like I said, it might have something to do with the final boss, because the final boss is technically a god. So I never tried anything with it, but it seems like it could make sense, right? So alright, so now we're going to go on down to the left. We'll have a room bear. Then whenever you see the huge poison flower, you know, hey, that's where this cave is hidden. Now this cave links to the tunnel, and technically we should have done this first. But like I said, I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. Can I land a hit on this guy, or what the hell is going on here? I didn't think it was that big of a deal because we could just use our shield, and, you know, and we were fine. But technically this would have been better. I just like to do things in order. You know what I mean? Like to separate our sections, get it all done, and move on. But for the walkthrough, I understand it probably should have went there first, as I've stated, you know, already. I bet you don't land another single hit on me until we get them done. I think everyone freaks out about these guys too much. They're pretty easy. They just hit hard, and you know they have that one charge attack. Even me, I can't seem to get past. The guys were even hitting the draw it out Ash 4 on him, and he still didn't hit us. But yeah, the charge, I can't get around the charge most of the time. And there you go, and it's over. I think he hit us once at the start, and that was it, you know. Room bears, man, they're just not too bad. It's actually, they're pretty fun to fight too, to be honest with you. I like them. Now, let's go on up. And like I said, you're going to see the big poison flower. Behind the poison flower is actually our cave. This is going to be the last thing to do before we press on into the capital. So, Perfumer's Grotto. So obviously it's going to be mainly perfumers, some big plants. Then the final boss is just a big ass plant and omen killer. Pretty short, like most caves. Doesn't have side paths per se, but it does have little sections you might want to look around in. So we're gonna go to the left first. So take these guys down, probably 2-3 hits would do it, yeah. We're just not getting the best scaling yet until we get higher arcane with this seal. Oh yeah, their little shields will block the hell out of some stuff. You'd be surprised. Alright, now with them taken out, start working our way to the back of this place. That's that one move, man. That's that one move they have, you know. Alright, so this is the guy we should have took out. All you want to do is guard counter this guy. Just get to the front. You're going to get as close as you can to the front of this branch. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably would say, oh, range, yeah, you could. But I think this is probably the easiest way. Just get to the front, guard counter. Now, if he starts doing the rocks, which he is, unlock on. So I'll probably push you down, just block. Pretty simple. If you look straight across there, you will see that tunnel we were at. So I say we probably should have done this first, but it's going to be okay. Oh no, he wasn't close enough. One more. And there you go. Now, as we cross down, this could be, so there, like I said, there's the tunnel. As we cross down, we're going to have like one or two little loose loots and then the boss. So it's going to be an omen killer and it's going to be a big poisonous plant. So you can summon here. I just don't think you really need to, in my opinion. We're going to take them out. Warming stone, golden rune, golden rune. So this is the guaranteed drop for the Omen Killer's Cleaver. We got 2 chance drops already. Just do a strength build, you got both of those to drop, you're good. And he's already about to be daggered. Yeah, I think so. The worst part of this fight's over. As I said, you don't really need to worry about, you know, summoning here. I don't think. It hits that big bird. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. God. 3 did not do it. That will. I was like, 4 charge trophy, this gotta do it. Let's finish him off with our ash. He didn't even survive the whole thing. Alright. Could you imagine if this weapon did have bleed on it with that ash support? It'd just be too strong, probably, I would say. Alright, so with all that done, you know, we do Mount Gelmir, Shaded Castle, all the way up. Now we've completed all of Altus Plateau. And like I said, there is some stuff on the top, but that stuff on the top, you kind of loop around with everything else. Obviously, you know, our Everjail, we got that done, got our talisman from that, then the ruins, got that talisman. Yeah, so everything you see up top, all this links in with, you know, the capital outer wall. So we're just going to kind of do a big circle around, and we'll be able to get to that stuff then. However, we're going to go back towards the entrance of the capital and start working our way in. Now, there's going to be 2 tree sentinels. Yes, that's right, a double tree sentinel boss fight. Now, it's not as bad as it sounds. Usually, you can kind of separate them. So if you just run past them, we'll probably, yeah, I knew it. We'll probably get hit once. Usually the ballistas don't ever touch me, but I kind of assumed, since I'm doing the walkthrough, if something can go wrong, it would. But you just want to kind of zigzag. You can try to take these guys out if you want. There's no real need to. Plus, it's just better to take it on from the back anyways if you do plan on it. Now, there's no other items here, you know. Not anything I've ever found. It's just guys. So if you want to fight them, feel free. But going upwards, that ballista's going to tear you apart. While the knights probably tear you apart too, to be honest. So we're going to run straight past these guys, get our golden seeds, get our map. Most importantly, our side of grace. We'll rest, de-aggro, and then, you know, try to come over here and put them down. Might take us a few attempts, might not. We'll see. I mean, 2 tree sentinels, guys. 2. Right? So do keep that in mind. There's your map. 2 more golden seeds. There's 2 more up the path too, but we're just, you know, we're not doing that yet. So do want to be careful here. We got 60,000 souls, about 2/3 of a level. So, all right. So usually, and not usually, sometimes the one on the right will start patrolling and go up the path there. But most of the time you have, if he doesn't, you have enough time to mostly get this guy down. He's not too bad to stagger. And he's already almost halfway done. Ah. Yeah, it's a rough run though. It's not much space to go. Yeah, fucking right. I've never done that successfully before. We literally just knocked him out of the air. That was dope. No, don't trap me in the corner. Please. No, no. We're fucked. This ain't the run. That was some bullshit too. There wasn't nothing I could do to it. Nothing that we were trapped. It's alright. It's alright. We'll get him this time. I'm going to switch some stuff around here. Seems like every time I die to a boss, I go back to Bloodhound's Fang. I win. So let's see if that works for us again here. Same thing. We should have enough time to put this guy down, hopefully. There he is. There he is. Get that stamina up. Ooh. Oh, too early on that one. It's okay. We'll get him. We're about got him. So they don't respawn. Oh, he's done. Yeah. So they don't respawn. If you get one down and you have to come back, there's just going to be the one left. Yeah, they're tree sentinels. Tree sentinels don't respawn. Believe it or not, towards the end of the game and in the DLC, they become just like a basic elite enemy. Isn't that wild? That's fucking crazy. Lost our buff. It's alright. Get his ass. Get his ass. Boom. There you go. Erdtree Great Shield. Best Great Shield. Probably one of the best shields in the game. I think it is the best shield in the game. It's really nice. We'll go ahead and put it on and show you guys. 12 faith, 30 strength. We could use it for this, but when we respec, we won't be able to. Look at that. Fully protected. When an enemy hits you and you guard, it's going to kind of stagger them back and leaves them open for, for damage. So, not to mention, if you're a mage and you fire a tree sentinel, you've seen what they do, where they fire that holy beam at you. That's from their shield. Now you could do that. Alright, so we're going to go and rest up and go to the right side of this area. Starting off with our camp. Okay, now we got our map. So like I said, we're going to do like the south side of this. It's going to be a church, camp, and a tunnel. So as you go on up, you're going to see like a fork in the road. And that's, this is the whole area we're doing. Next episode is going to be, everything in here. Leading on out to a tower. Then we're going to go down to a hero's grave, a dragon fight, and just everything in this little zone here. Then following episode, we'll knock all this stuff out. Then we'll be ready for the capital. And our main weapon, about time. So, we're going to stick to the right side of the fork in the road, go on up and fight a ulcerated tree spirit. Try to use this thing a little bit longer. Next episode, we're going back to Bloodhound. but just want to show more options. I can never escape that, ever. There's nothing different about this one. Just like all the others. Just dodge, get your charge attacks in. Should be getting staggered. I swear it seems like it's time. That was close. There it is, right? No, there it is. I feel like you owe me one. There we go. That gets your highest damaging strength weapon in the game. This big old hammer. You need like 60 strength for this thing. Something wild. But you like use the weight of the hammer to do the heavy attacks. So, you know, the light attacks are just regular boring overhead, overhead, overhead. Heavy attacks look cool as shit though. You do a front flip and then a slam down. I thought it was pretty badass. Look at that. Boom. Alright, so with that done, it is time to go on over to the church and get the best seal in the game for Faith Int. Now, boost Golden Order incantations, but you gotta remember, Golden Order incantations are just like buffs, right? Weapon buffs, and character buffs. So it doesn't really matter if it boosts those, because you can't boost those, so it doesn't really make any sense. There's other ones you grab, but they're usually mainly buffs, and to really do that build, you wouldn't go high in these stats to get great scaling up the seal. Reason being is you would need physical damage from your weapon, and you would need some dex, or you would need some strength, right? So I don't understand how these, how these builds actually would work. There's 17-17 requirement. Even if you go up to like 24-24, that's not going to get good scaling. But, that's probably all you'll need for all the incantations, and you don't need scaling on character buffs and weapon buffs, and that's all Golden Order does. So I don't understand why you would want that seal, or, if I was to do Golden Order, it would just be like a paladin type thing, right? But you'd have to get the physical stat up as well. Bringing 3 stats up is, let's just be realistic here. It's not going to happen. Now, if I was to do a personal playthrough and this was not a walkthrough, I would just go to like 40 health. I'm doing this, just for like walkthrough perspective to, try to show you guys that we're going to put everyone in a good spot. Make sure you have plenty of health. Make sure you have plenty of stamina. I'd still bring my stamina and my mind up where they were, but I got 10 more points in health than I would usually do. Alright? But even with that, we'd be lucky to hit 55-55 on our damage stats in game. 60-60 is, better off. Closer to what you actually want to be. But yeah, it's quite challenging. But with doing all the content and stuff, we are going to be high level. And I almost forgot, there is actually a visible scarab back here. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I try to trap him in between these rocks so he has nowhere to go. But since this weapon doesn't have like an AoE, it just has a forward slash, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Nope, that was too early. Here are sluggies. Alright. Shots again. You son of a... See if I get a little bit closer up to help us out here. Come on, buddy, Ro. There ain't no fucking way. He's a smaller one. Um, you know, when you have the big invisible scarabs, aren't so bad. But the small ones, kind of a pain in the ass. So. Come on, tough guy. Alright. Purple Strike is gonna for one, it does one big slam, like putting on a great mace or great stars would be really nice. It comes down to a very big, powerful slam, but it also heals you up by like 30%, like a lot, like a whole lot. So it could just make you invincible. You know, if you're struggling, you can get very creative. I've said this from the start, just because I'm not showing all these things off, you can get extremely creative with Ashes of War. You know. Not just affinities, but other things as well. Alright, so we're going to need to go smack this wall. We'll get rest up first, though. Oops. Might as well add our flask. It gets up to like 4 and 5 tiers, or gold seeds, and then like 7, so I didn't think we had enough yet. Where the hell am I going? We gotta smack an invisible wall. I just said that too. Sorry guys. Been a long day. Been a long day. Alright, so we have to smack an invisible wall. I know this isn't it. No, because it's got like a little archway on it. Yeah, this is it. Alright, so this one's not tricky. It just needs to be navigated a certain way. So as you go on in, you got this guy. Then we're going to jump on this little scaffolding over here, I guess you can call it. Grab an item. Then drop. And there's some crafting stuff to the left if you guys want to grab it, but here's your regular smithing bell bearings. Now we can buy infinite 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s of smithing and sombers. So the other ones aren't going to be a little bit later in the game, unfortunately. It's going to take us on down to actually progress the tunnel. I should hit that roll off. It'll be okay. Go ahead and hit that. Go on through. So there's going to be an upper section, a lower section, and then, then the way out. So I like to do the upper section first. So if you look straight across into that hole over there, that doorway straight across, that's how you progress. But there's stuff at the bottom you want to do too. So you would think that going down might progress you, and that would be a side path, but that's just not the case. Alright. So we go, what we're going to do? Okay, yeah, we got to go jump on the branch, get the item, and then we'll go down. Should be one more, yep, there he is, one more guy. Is it two? Oh, I only saw the one. Regardless, it doesn't take much to take him out, if you know what I mean. So down here is going to be an abductor virgin. We need to break a statue to get 3 smithing 6s. So we're going to go ahead and trigger her. I like to stand back here and just hold up my shield. Yeah, she came in with a different attack, but I think she's still busted up, so that's all that matters. Come on, you gotta let me out of this. You gotta let me out of this, please. There we go. So obviously you can get damage in. It's just you're not gonna get big damage unless she's open. But then it's more dangerous too. You gotta keep that in mind, right? Oh, you fish. Alright. Gonna heal up. We almost got her. Bit tedious, bit annoying, right? But we're almost. Probably the worst part of the whole episode is these fucking things. It's just such a thing. You know what I mean? Such a thing. Get your rune arc, go grab your 3 Smith of 6s. So those are starting to add up now. Where we at? 24. That's literally 2 basic weapons being upgraded. And I don't know. I'll probably save them. We're about to get our main weapon, which is a somber. And the other weapons we've had are okay. Nothing's really stuck out to me so far. I really like the somber weapons. I've tried a few basic weapons already, and just I don't know. You know, kind of got bored with them pretty quickly, to be honest with you. Like even the Nakakiba, that thing's awesome, but still, it's no posture damage, right? No poise damage. It's cool, but it gets to a point where you're upgrading it, and you're like, damn, I only have so many of these last ones, so I really want to use them on this. You know what I mean? Now, if downgrading was a thing in this game, or in Souls games in general, that'd be pretty cool. But unfortunately, downgrading is not a thing. Alright. So to try to just trigger these guys to explode, obviously. And just grab your items. Most of it's virtually nothing, to be completely honest with you guys. It's just, it's little regular pickups, but for the walkthrough, I'll make sure I grab it all. Usually I probably wouldn't. Alright, run on back, get your invisible wall, try to roll through. Damn, we got caught. It's okay. Now we're going to have to try to drop on down to get to the boss. Now this boss, actually, if you didn't do this tunnel, you would have not be able to activate a Great Rune, as this does lead out to the Divine Tower of Altus. So this is where you're going to activate, what's his name, Rykard's Great Rune. So if you killed Rykard, you can get in. If you haven't, the door's not going to open for you, so keep that in mind. Alright, so as soon as you walk through this pathway, this doorway, the boss fight will start. And I wasn't really going to tell you guys much about this boss or any strategies or anything. We've fought him a bunch by now, and every time it's just extremely easy. What are you saying? Fucking one hit so far, he's almost dead. You know what I mean? He landed one hit on us. So it's not a big deal. The Onyx Lord, I always call him the Alabaster Lord. They're pretty close to each other. The Onyx Lord does drop a really cool strength intelligence weapon. Pretty much the same. It is the same exact moveset as Bloodhound's Fang. So if you're doing strength int, it's a solid choice that I actually do like quite a bit. Alright, so as I mentioned, if you took Rykard out, you can open this door, you can go on up, and you'll be able to activate this Great Rune. If you have not killed Rykard, you will not be able to do so. Alrighty. We're going to go on up, activate our Great Rune, and probably close on out. Considering we're, like 55 minutes in. And we've done everything we wanted to do. We did everything in the right path. As soon as you go inside the Capitol, you know, we did the tunnel, we did the church, we did the camp, and got the weapon. So you guys know me. I like to section everything out to make everything much easier to navigate. Then we have 2 more episodes, and then we're in the Capitol. Then soon after, we will actually have our main weapon. We've sold, you know, we saved all the Somber Stones to bring it up to plus 10. Keep in mind, this weapon isn't going to have the highest AR. Well, I mean, we haven't used the weapon with over like 550 anyways, so. But yeah, it's not going to have the highest AR just yet until we get that deck scaling up. But it's going to be very powerful with the Blood Flame. The AR will come up to about 650, 670 in game. But then you got to account for all the blood loss it gets, which would be a lot. So all this stuff you see, this whole section, and that's going to lead us into the Capitol once we clear all that out. So I'd say probably about 4 episodes till we get our main weapon. Yeah, about right here. So, because that's the second half of the Capitol. Capitol's a big legacy dungeon. It's going to take 2 episodes for the top half, and then we have the underground region as well. So yeah, I'd say about 4 episodes we'll have our main weapon. Then obviously we have our invasion from Volcano Manor. We'll take that out probably 3 episodes from now. And going over everything, we have everything besides Mogwin's Palace done. Liurnia, Limgrave, Caelid, you know, Altus, Mount Gelmir. Now we're going to just head on top and do all this stuff. Then that'll be everything besides Upper Caelid and the Moonlight Altar before, you know, we move on out. Yeah, so it's going to be the outer wall we're doing next, guys. So, like I said, everything in here up to the wall, right? Up to the doorway. Then we're going to go out, hit a tower, go on down, hit the hero's grave at the church, hit a big-ass dragon fight on a hill, and then that's pretty much all we're going to be in next episode, just everything in this circle here. And then we'll move on, and there's a bunch of stuff to do over here, like, you know, some tears we can get for our flask, a boss fight. We have a catacomb and a hero's grave. So, there's quite a lot packed into this stuff over here. It's probably just as much as the whole area of Altus. You know what I mean? But either way, we are going to wrap up here, and we will, you know, catch y'all next episode to get us started on the outer Phantom Wall. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're almost there. But yeah, we'll catch y'all back here shortly, picking up where we left off and getting going on this area.